Hi babes, welcome back to my channel. My name's Eman. So for today's Sunday tutorial, this is something that you guys have been requesting a lot. In my last few videos, you've been asking me to use more drugstore makeup. I heard you and I'm doing it for you today. I decided to do this full entire look just using all drugstore products. This is such an easy look to do. So let's get started. For skincare, I'm starting off with a product that I love to do before doing a nice makeup look. This is a daily scrub from Dermalogica. I'm sorry it is not a drugstore product, guys, but I just really wanted to show this product to you. So this scrub is gentle enough that you can use it every day, and basically it just gets rid of any texture on your skin. So it just exfoliates and leaves your skin feeling so smooth. So when you go to apply makeup, your makeup goes on so much smoother. I'm also testing out this lip scrub stick from Maybelline. So this is basically a lip scrub in a stick. It's actually really cool. It has all of the little kind of sugar pieces that you get in a usual lip scrub. It exfoliates your lips, but it's in a stick. So it's very different, but I really like it. I think this is something that's like easy to carry around in your makeup kit. So you can just pull it out anytime. And if you tend to get like really dry lips, this will just exfoliate all of that dryness away and prep your lips for any lip product that you apply. As my base today, I'm using the Maybelline Master Prime Primer. This is meant to hydrate and smooth your skin. So I wore this makeup out for hours after I filmed this tutorial. And it really lasted, and my skin didn't get shiny at all. It felt hydrated. So this is a great drugstore primer. There aren't a lot out there, so this is one I definitely recommend. I also want to show you guys, I kind of switched up the way that I organize my makeup. I used to organize it by products, all the blushes together and the foundations together, but now I actually have it by brand. So it's so much easier. You can see this is my box of Maybelline products. So now when I'm filming a tutorial, it's going to be easier for me to use more products from just one brand, which I really love, especially when you're just going to shop and buy stuff. It'll make it so much easier. For foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Foundation. So this is not just one of my favorite drugstore foundations. This is just a favorite foundation in general. This foundation gives you the most flawless coverage. So if you want your skin to look absolutely perfect and not a single imperfection, then this is the foundation for you. It's definitely more of a full coverage foundation. So this isn't necessarily a foundation I would wear every day, but on days where I really want that perfect looking skin, this is the foundation that I would grab. I'm going to move into brows. I'm using the Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Crayon in the color Soft Brown. Oh, another thing. I know you guys have been really asking me to call out the shades of products. I'm so bad at that because I never remember to look. But I'm going to try my best. So for the foundation, I was the color number 128. And for the brow pencil, I am using Soft Brown. So I've been kind of not loving my brows lately. I think I just need to go get them cleaned up, get the shape cleaned up. So they've been harder to fill because the shape doesn't feel right. So that's a little tip for you guys. If you're finding that your brows are just like not looking right, go get them professionally shaped. It makes all the difference in the world. For now, I'm using this brow pencil, which is one of my favorites. It's very similar to like the Anastasia brow pencil, the MAC brow pencils, and it's probably a quarter of the price. So this is a great drugstore product. As an eyeshadow primer, I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. This eye primer works great. I'm just going to say this right now. I don't think there was a single product that I used into this tutorial that I didn't really like. So all of the products I'm going to say are great because they really were. I'm going to be using two eyeshadow palettes for the eyes today. They're both from Maybelline. First one is the City Mini palette in the color 480 Matte About Town. So I'm starting with this shade right here. This is a beautiful, warm, reddy brown. And this is why this look is so easy, because you're basically just going to take this eyeshadow and pack it on all over your eyes. So starting on the lid, you really want to pack that on and get that color nice and pigmented, and then bring it up to your crease in this kind of round half circle shape. So just following the natural shape of your crease and just going above your crease just a little bit. So to do this, I'm using a flat shadow brush because it's going to really help pack the shadow on. And then once you have that on, I'm taking a blending brush and starting to blend out the edges. So when you're blending, you really want to focus on blending out the shadow towards your eyebrows. So blending upwards and outwards. To make that shadow blend a little bit, I'm dipping in this lighter brown tone and just really going back and forth, diffusing that shadow that we applied heavily. The best thing is you can't really mess this up, but if you do for whatever reason, just take a clean brush that has nothing on it and then just go around the edges and just gently buff out the edges. This is going to make your eyeshadow just look super clean and just really polished. So the first palette was all matte, so I'm using another palette from Maybelline. This is Rooftop Bronze. How do you pronounce that? Rooftop Bronze. And it has a bunch of shimmery shadows, and I'm taking this dark shimmery brown and just using my finger, plopping that on my lid. These colors together just look super beautiful. The little bit of shimmer adds some texture, which is really nice, but you could totally leave this look as all matte if you want. It just really kind of depends on your style. I'm taking that same bronzy shade and sweeping that along my lower lash line just for a little bit of color, nothing too crazy. I'm not trying to make this super thick or anything. And then taking the highlighter shades from the palette and using that to highlight my inner corner with just a small little pencil brush. And then also underneath my brows. So this actually looks just so pretty with these brown shadows. This is one of my favorite eyeliners. It's from Wet n Wild and it's their Color Icon Kohl eyeliner in the color Prose and Bronze. When you pop this in your waterline, it just looks stunning because it's not dark, it's just like gold. And who doesn't want gold in their eyes? It just looks so nice on. And these Wet n Wild liners are so long, so you can sharpen and sharpen and sharpen, and it lasts forever. I also love these Kohl liners from L'Oreal. So this one is just black, and I'm using this just at the edge of my lash line. So I'm going to create a really thin line with this liner, as thin as I can get it, sticking as close to my lash line as possible and just following the natural shape of my lash line, not taking it too far out or anything, and then going back with an angled brush and the darkest shadow from the Rooftop Bronze palette. I'm using that to kind of blend out the liner. So the trick with this is I'm placing my brush at the base of my lashes and then kind of flicking it upwards towards my brows. So this is blending out the liner and also making the liner a little bit softer, a little bit more diffused, and it looks a little bit thicker as well. So instead of this harsh dark line, now it kind of just looks a little bit smoked out. For mascara, I'm using the Maybelline Snap Mascara mascara. This is new and it works great. It's not like amazing or anything. This was my first time using it, but I do like the brush and the formula, but I probably need to try it a little bit more before I can say if it's like a must-have. For lashes, I'm throwing on some of my favorites. These are the 415 Ardell Glamour lashes. I love Ardell so much. They are hands down some of my favorite lashes. Drugstore, not drugstore, it doesn't matter. If I could pick any lashes, I would always pick Ardell. So that's that. I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I remember when this concealer came out and everybody was just obsessed with it. But since then, there's been a lot of really great concealers. And I think before that, there weren't a lot of great drugstore concealers. This is definitely one of my favorite drugstore concealers. I use the color Sand. One of my tricks when you have a little bit more of a heavier eye look like this and you need to apply concealer is to apply the concealer a little bit lower, because when you blend, it blends upwards. So you don't want to blend it too high because then the concealer is going to mess up your eyeshadow. So apply it a little bit lower and then it will just naturally blend up. And then I'm setting everything with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder. I'm using the shade number 20, Light Medium. This powder keeps you super matte and it makes your skin look flawless. And I like applying it with a puff so I can really just set my makeup. For blush and bronzer, I'm using the Maybelline Master Contour Face Contouring Kit, starting with the contour color, but I'm kind of using it more as a bronzer because I'm using a bigger brush and not being as specific or like applying it in a defined area. And I really like this palette because it has contour, blush, and highlighter all in one. So this is great for traveling. Also, I know someone's gonna ask, no, this video is not sponsored by Maybelline. But as I showed you guys, I'm just working out of my makeup drawers now. So it's just so much easier to use multiple products from one brand. So I decided not to use the highlighter from that palette because the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter is one of my all-time favorite highlighters out there. I'm using the shade number 100 Molten Gold. It's just like the perfect highlighter. The formula is so smooth. Sometimes highlighters can look really chunky and create texture on your skin. This is the smoothest texture, so it just looks like highlighting heaven on your face. All right, for lips, I discovered one of the best nude lip liners. This is from Catrice Cosmetics, which I love this brand. They have so many like really great one-off products, like products that I'm like, this is amazing. So the Catrice Lip Foundation Pencil, this is like, if you're looking just for a perfect nude, this is it. This color looks so good on. I put a little bit of concealer on my lips to blank them out, so when I apply the liner, it shows up a lot better. And I use that just to line my lips. And then to fill, I'm using the Maybelline number 373 Mauve For Me lipstick. And I'm not applying this too heavily. I'm just kind of putting on a little bit just around kind of to fill my lips in, but not too much. And then over that, I'm using the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the color 55 Driver. This is just gonna give that really pretty nude look. And the key when you're doing a nude lip, I know I'm using a million lip products. Well, not a million, but 4. That's a lot, but it's what I needed to create this perfect nude lip. So on top of all of that, I'm also applying the Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer number 64 Unreal, and this just kind of gave the perfect little finish. It's a perfect nude. It has a little bit of a glossy sheen, and it just finished off this look. That is my look using all drugstore products. And I just want to say thank you so much, guys, for always keeping this place a place of positivity. There's just so much negative energy out there, and I'm just so happy that I've never really been involved in any of that, and it's very easy to get sucked in that, especially living in LA, especially in the beauty community, and it's all about who you surround yourself. There is a reason why it's taking me so long to get to 1 million subscribers, because you can definitely do a lot of things to grow faster, but there's sometimes consequences to it, as we've all seen in the last few weeks. I think that some of the stuff that's happened is just so sad and it's just so wrong. You know, there's so much that I could say and there's so much that I know, but I can't be involved because it brings absolutely nothing but negativity. It adds nothing but negativity. So I'm not trying to do that. This is always going to be a place of positivity and no BS on that. There's a lot of people that say that but don't actually practice it. So practice what you preach. That's all I'm going to say. I love you guys. I hope you guys are happy with this drugstore tutorial, and I will try to do more of them. And I will see you guys next Sunday with a brand new Sunday tutorial. Love you guys.